Hello and welcome to Dynamic Medicos. In this video, I am going to talk about hemorrhage. Before we move forward, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. We'll see it under subtopics: definition, classification, clinical features, management. What is hemorrhage? Escape of blood from the vessel. Classification. There are many ways to classify the hemorrhage. First is depending on the nature of the vessel involved. First is arterial. In the arterial hemorrhage, this blood is red in color, jets out, pulsation of artery can be seen, and it is easily controlled as it is visible. Next is venous hemorrhage. Blood is dark red in color and it never jets out but it oozes out, non-pulsatile and difficult to control because vein gets retracted. Capillary hemorrhage. Blood is red in color, never jets out, slowly oozes out, and it becomes significant if there are bleeding tendencies. Now let's see the next way to classify it. Depending on the timing of the hemorrhage, it can be a primary, reactionary, or the secondary. Primary hemorrhage occurs at the time of surgery. Reactionary hemorrhage occurs after 6 to 12 hours of surgery. Hypertension in the postoperative period, violent sneezing, coughing, and retching are the usual causes. Secondary hemorrhage occurs after 5 to 7 days of surgery. It is due to infection which eats away the suture material and causing slugging of vessel wall. Example, bleeding after 5 to 7 days of surgery for hemorrhoids. Depending on the duration of hemorrhage, it can be acute hemorrhage or the chronic hemorrhage. In the acute hemorrhage, it occurs suddenly. Chronic hemorrhage occurs over a period of time. Example, hemorrhoids or the chronic duodenal ulcer. Next is depending on the nature of bleeding. It can be an external hemorrhage or it can be an internal hemorrhage. External hemorrhage revealed hemorrhage, for example, epistaxis or the hematemesis. Internal hemorrhage, it's an concealed hemorrhage, for example, splenic rupture following injury, ruptured ectopic gestation, or the liver laceration following injury. Clinical features of hemorrhage. In case of external hemorrhage, the bleeding is seen from outside and the diagnosis of hemorrhage is confirmed. In case of internal hemorrhage, blood is concealed and is not seen from outside. A few symptoms and signs usually accompany heavy blood loss, be it internal or external. In case of internal hemorrhage, these are helpful to come to diagnose. Increased pulse rate, low blood pressure, increased pallor, restlessness, and deep sighing respiration, that is, air hunger, are the typical features of acute blood loss. Cold and clammy extremities, empty veins are also characteristically seen when the bleeding is continuing. Pulse rate and blood pressure should be measured at 15 or 30-minute interval when the patient is losing blood during his stay in the emergency department. Though fall of blood pressure is often noticed in case of hemorrhage, yet a normal blood pressure cannot exclude the diagnosis of hemorrhage. Often the blood pressure is maintained at a normal level by a peripheral vasoconstriction due to adrenergic release when the patient is still bleeding. Suddenly, the blood pressure may fall abruptly with collapse and even death of patient. Pulse rate is a better indicator of hemorrhage than blood pressure. Usually, with hemorrhage, the pulse rate is increased when the blood loss has been excessive. The pulse becomes low volume, which is classically known as thready pulse. Measurement of the blood loss. It is often important to measure patient has lost blood. This amount should always be replaced whatever methods are adopted to the measure blood loss. They do not give the actual figure. The blood loss detected by the method is usually less than the actual loss because a considerable amount of plasma is lost into the interstitial tissue and considerable amount of water is lost via lungs from the wound and by a evaporation of sweat from the skin. This loss of plasma and water constitutes approximately 20% more than the blood loss detected by various methods. First is weighing of swab. This is of course is the best method of measuring the blood loss during the operation. The swabs are weighed before they are used and they are weighed again after they are soaked with the blood and thrown individually into the collecting bucket. The difference of weight is the amount of blood loss. 1 gram equals to 1 ml of blood loss. As mentioned earlier, it cannot give the actual amount of blood loss and it should be multiplied by a factor of 1 in the moderate operation like a partial gastrectomy or the radical mastectomy. In case of longer operations like abdominoperineal operation, the swab weight total should be multiplied by a factor of 2. Second is measurement of swelling in the closed fractures. In case of moderate swelling in closed fracture of the tibia, the blood loss is estimated at 1000 to 1500 ml. In moderate swelling in case of the fractured shaft of femur, the estimated blood loss is about 1000 to 2000 ml. Third is the measurement of a blood clot. When the collected blood clots are kept in a pot and the measured again a clenched fist of the patient, total blood clot of the size of the clenched fist is equal to 500 ml of blood. Then hemoglobin test is often considered as a good indication of the hemorrhage, but it is practically not so. In the initial stage, the hemoglobin level remains normal. It is only lower after a few hours of the hemodilution caused by a movement of extracellular fluid into the vascular space due to the natural attempt to restore the blood volume. The normal value of the hemoglobin is about 12 to 16 gram per 100 ml. Measurement of CVP or the central venous pressure is a good method to detect the blood loss volume in hemorrhage. Treatment of hemorrhage, it consists of two parts: to stop the blood loss and to restore the blood volume by blood transfusion, infusion of the crystalloid solution and the infusion of plasma or the plasma substitutes. The blood is lost. The blood loss is stopped by mainly three methods. First is rest, second is pressure and packing from the outside, and the third are by the operative methods. Chronic hemorrhage, bleeding from the hemorrhoids, carcinoma of cecum, and peptic ulcer are the example of the chronic hemorrhage. These bleedings are small in quantity and continue for quite a long time till effective treatment is performed. In these cases, The blood volume is never diminished as a plasma replacement occurs as the bleeding continues. Red blood replacement, however, lags behind, which results in a microcytic hypochromic anemia. The patient becomes anemic as the blood volume is normal or a slightly more than normal. This patient often develop a high output cardiac failure. This high output is due to the increased cardiac output which is required to reserve the state of anemic hypoxia. If acute hemorrhage occurs in these cases, it is a more dangerous than a normal individual as oxygen carrier is already depleted due to the low RBC count. When these cases are treated, packed cells should be used instead of the whole blood to reduce the extra burden on the heart. When this patient require it not the plasma but only the red blood cells. Natural restoration of the blood volume after the hemorrhage. As soon as the hemorrhage or the bleeding takes place, nature almost immediately starts to replenish the blood volume. This is required to maintain the blood flow to the vital organs. First of all, interstitial fluid is absorbed into the vascular space. This causes the dilution. Plasma proteins are replaced by the liver in the shorter time. However, red cell recovery takes more time, about 5 to 6 weeks. Iron absorption should be sufficient to maintain this period. Second is, as soon as the hemorrhage takes place, every effort should be made to release or to restore the blood volume by a transfusion, and blood sample should be sent for the grouping and a cross matching. By the time the report is received, infusion of the crystalloid should be given. Only when the blood is not available for the time being, plasma or the plasma substitute may be used. Thanks for watching the video. Please do like, share and comment on my video and subscribe to my channel Dynamic Medicos.